So listen, watch this. We're about to watch Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci, you know Dr. Fauci, he was one of the main voices dealing with the C-19, the COVID-19 pandemic, the whole debacle, the whole situation. So we're about to hear an excerpt from PBD Podcast, one of my favorite podcasts I watch every day. Fair use. So listen to this, and I'll be right back. Don't change this.
That you gave as part of an audiobook written by Michael Spector, that you believed an institutional should make it hard for people to live their lives so they'd feel pressured to get vaccinated. Could we run the audio clip on that, please?
You think can be done about it. I have to say that I don't see a big solution other than some sort of mandatory vaccination. I know federal officials don't like to use that term.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit.
Wow.
And they get vaccinated.
Wow.
No, that's what you guys didn't hear.
Wow.
No, pause it.
Wait, what?
Pause it and go back and let him continue to finish his point.
Holy shit.
Yeah, wait for this. Watch what happens here. Keep playing it.
Dude.
Only politicians, only bloggers, only conspiracy theorists are disagreeing with you. I want to point out that I'm probably the only member of Congress that actually treated patients during the pandemic from the very beginning to the very end of the pandemic, during night shifts in the ER. Thousands of patients during that time. And in 2020, I was censored. My medical license was threatened because I disagreed with bureaucrats. Literally taken off the internet as a person who was treating patients with leading-edge technologies,
True believer.
developing theories, but doing my very best, but being censored by the United States government for the first time, stepping in and taking the place of medical professionals as the experts in healthcare. Any dissent surrounding COVID-19 treatments, mask mandates, and any public policy surrounding the pandemic was immediately labeled as anti-science. I watched as public health officials and politicians told my patients what treatment options were best for them, regardless of their comorbidities or their medical history. Despite my education and my training and my experience, my opinions were relegated to conspiracy and misinformation by so-called healthcare experts who had never treated a patient throughout the entire pandemic. This has been a black eye on the medicine and has highlighted why government should never insert itself in between patients and their healthcare providers. The American people deserve to make medical decisions through conversations with their physicians rather than politically motivated mandates. Dr. Fauci, did you ever treat a patient for COVID during the pandemic?
I was part of a team that was at the NIH that took care. We didn't take care of many of them.
Okay, so not hands-on. Got it. Thank you.
Bye.
Why would
Next.
I be criticized by a bureaucrat for doing my very best as a healthcare? This is a rhetorical question. But why? Why would the government, who's never treated a patient for COVID,
You can tell.
you can read all the things you want, but you're not there. You're not seeing patients. You're not watching people die, intubating patients right there with that disease in your face, watching it happen, watching the development of this disease and actually learning from it. But I'm being told by bureaucrats what's right and wrong. And what's funny is everything I was censored on, I was proven to be right. Pretty crazy, isn't it?
Pause it right there.
Well, there you have it. Now, this is my issue. This brother who has medical experience in dealing with COVID, he said that y'all came up against me during the pandemic. Everything that I was trying to convey, everything that I was telling y'all was factual information. Now that after COVID has passed, allegedly, or it's back and forth, because probably in 2024, there are some individuals that still are having issues with it. So let me have some empathy toward those individuals. But at the end of the day, this man said that I tried to tell y'all what the truth was because I have actual experience in dealing with this situation. Now, he asked Dr. Fauci a blunt question, frank question, straight to the point. Have you dealt with anyone that was dealing with COVID and dying? The man went around the street, went around the corner, went to his cousin's house, and visited his neighbor. He cannot answer the question directly, right? I was a part of a group. Well, sir, it's not what I asked you. Have you dealt with it? And the answer was no. So how? Now watch this, y'all. We're going to read this real quick. Anthony Stephen Fauci, right, born December 24th, 1940, is an American physician scientist and immunologist who served as the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease. All right, now watch this. Remember, this man had no actual tangible experience dealing with this thing. All right, so, and from 1984 to 2022, y'all, the chief medical advisor to the president. Yeah, the chief medical advisor to the president from 2021 to 2022. Fauci was one of the world's most frequently cited scientists across all sciences journals. Okay, so basically just telling you, all right, so watch this. This brother, there were a lot of people that basically had their own opinions about dealing with this whole COVID situation. And so, based on what he said, if we scare people, basically, and I'm just being frank, that if we scare people to hit their pockets, well, you cannot go inside your job. You cannot go inside this particular establishment. Guess what? They're going to be forced to get the jab, the injection, the vaccination, even if it goes against their personal belief. And he called their personal belief, personally, he called it rhetoric. Now, from my understanding, we stay in the United States. This is the land of the brave, home of the free. Right? Freedom of speech. It's one of our constitutional rights. But basically, our constitutional right was violated because when we had an opinion about this particular situation and issue, we got pushback. Yeah, you got pushback. Yes, you did. They told you were wrong, they violated your civil rights, telling you cannot work, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And then they gave the jobs discretion on how they handled the COVID situation, which at the end of the day, the man that was given all the parameters, set all the standards dealing with it, had no actual real life experience and was dealing with it. And then he admitted, this is not alleged, he admitted to coming up with the 6 feet rule. It was just a precaution. It was not, there was no true, tangible evidence that if you stayed 6 feet from an individual, that you would not contract the disease or experience dis-ease because of the issue. I'm not sure if it's a virus. I'm not sure if it's a sickness. I'm not sure what it is. I just know it messed up your respiratory. And we know that it came from Wuhan, China. We know that Donald Trump tried to shut down the international flights when it first hit, but Nancy Pelosi had an issue with Donald Trump shutting down people coming from different countries. They wanted to keep it open, then all of a sudden, boom, it hit us like a linebacker, Vaughn Taylor. So, y'all, we cannot make this up. We have to stand up. We have to speak truth, and we cannot let people violate our civil rights and not let people violate us as human beings. Like, this is crazy. And the crazy part is, his net worth went up $5 million during the pandemic. That's free game also. His net worth went up $5 million. His whole network went up $5 million, Dr. Fauci. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video, and I'm out.